Welcome back, everybody. I didn't record it because you saw me do the other one, but the roadside wall is now glued in place. Pretty awesome. And it's relatively straight, which is good. You won't be able to tell with this lens, but I threw a string line down the side of it and it's pretty straight, actually. It's not bad. So this thing is really starting to look like something in here. I'm getting pretty excited about it. So anyway, I know when I also finished the rivets across I didn't do the rivets on the bottom side of this panel when we put this on because I couldn't fit the one rivet gun in and the blue, and I hadn't realized that it was not adjusted yet. Anyway, finished those. So I've been looking at a couple of different things. One of the things I've been looking at is the storage doors. I'm thinking to secure these into the body. I think this is a little wide. This is 1 inch aluminum flat bar. I think I'm going to get 3/4 by 1/4. And then on the outside, I'm going to put like an 1/8 inch or a 3/16 like closed cell neoprene rubber seal. I don't want to use butyl tape or glue or anything because if I need to take these back out for whatever reason later on, I want to be able to take them out and not have to ruin anything to get them out. So I'm just going to use a neoprene rubber seal on them. And then on the inside, what I'll do is you can see how I've got those clamps. So I'll clamp them tight on the seal, and then I'm just going to do a screw, you know, through this to hold the storage door frames in. The entry door is a little different. I think the entry door's got a clamp ring that goes on it, but all these storage doors are going to be sealed with the rubber seal and then these little aluminum chunks. And I haven't really decided. I may do them out of aluminum. I may do them out of steel. I don't know. We'll see. If I do them out of steel, then I can actually, I can thread the aluminum too, but I guess the aluminum would be fine if I threaded those. So it's 1/4 inch material. There'll be plenty of threads in that. So yeah, anyway, that's kind of what I'm thinking for securing the storage door frames into the body. I think that'll be good. And then I'll have each one will have like these bigger ones will have like 8 screws. So that should be plenty enough to hold it in there without falling out on rough roads and stuff. It should be okay. And if it ends up not being okay, then I guess I'll glue them in later. But I'm going to try it this way first. So anyway, next order of business. What am I doing next? I have to... What did I do with my drawing? Oh yeah, it's over here. So the 2 panels that I mentioned the last time that I have to remake are the face of the rear shelf and the inside wall of the pantry. I got to remake those because those panels are garbage. So obviously there's some junk in the way here. I got to clean up a little bit and shuffle some things around, as my good friend Brad says, do the shit shuffle and shuffle everything around, right, Brad? And then once that's done, then I've got this big roll over here. I'll be able to cut that into whatever I need to make those little panels, and I'll do that. And then once those are done, then I think the rear shelf is going to go in. I got to glue and pop rivet the angles onto the walls for that, and then glue and pop rivet those in. And then once the rear shelf is done, then I think I can cut the door out, because I still haven't cut that out. Just for rigidity's sake, I've left that in so that I didn't accidentally lean on it or whatever and snap the wall in half. That would have been bad. Oh, my wife's out here.
Do you want any halibut?
I passed on the halibut. So anyway, rear shelf door will get cut out soon. And then I think the next big step after that is getting the front and the back panels put on. And so I've got conduit running down this wall Same thing on the other side that just goes local right there for some switches and lights in the front storage. But as you can see over here, I was actually just working on this, and this looks like a little bit of a hack job, but I had to cut some stuff out of the way to get it to the right height. So, and then I got to cut out on the back side of the panel to get into the conduit in the wall, but that should work fine. Should be okay, and that's all going to be hidden, so if it's a little ugly, it's okay. And same thing on the other side of the panel for that other wall. Oh, and I also have to cut out on the front wall. I have to cut out for this little step up right here that goes up, I don't know, 3 inches or whatever. So I measured it out. I'm going to rough cut it with the jigsaw and then see how far off it is, and then I may come back and cut. Actually, I'm going to probably end up cutting it with the skill saw, because that'll be nice straight lines. So I'll probably end up setting it over here and double checking everything before I cut it, actually. So scratch all that. After the front and back are on, then it's time to make a form. I have decided that I am going to make a curved form to do the roof panel. And so here's a, I'll spin my model around so you can see. It's basically a bunch of strips of like 3/4 plywood, and then I'm going to put 1/4 inch plywood on the top of it. And then that will just set on the table here, covered in plastic, and then we'll be able to laminate that roof panel. So that will be, I think, the next step after everything else is done. And then once the body is all done, then it's time to start making the positive for the fiberglass top, which I've got a model that I'll show you right here that I've got it sort of figured out how I'm going to cut it. I think I'm going to have my buddy Dirk cut a bunch of stuff for me on his CNC router table again to get a bunch of pieces, or at least a couple of them, and then I can at least bring it back here and just use the router and, use a flush trim bit to, replicate all the stuff that I need. But that'll be a little bit of a challenge to build that, I think, but I think it'll be okay. It should be fun. I've never done fiberglass anything before, so that's another new skill I'm going to pick up. So anyway, that's it for now. I'll probably put something else in this video after this clip is over. So see ya. All right, guys, so I got a couple more things done here. I got holes drilled for taillight conduits and center high mount stop light up there. Overhead lights. This is the rear shelf bottom. So one there, one there. Had a few little D-lambs here and there, so I've got a couple of repairs going here. I've got one on that, and then I've got one up here and one down here, and one on the back right here. So little D-lambs. It was just little air pockets in there, so I mixed a little bit of juice up and put in there, so should work pretty good. Started mocking up the rear shelf angle. So once that one's mocked and drilled, then I'll probably put the other one, clamp it to the bottom shelf, and then like level everything so that it's level with the bed platform too. So anyway, a little bit of progress this weekend. Every little bit helps. So really happy to get the wall on. This thing's really starting to look like a trailer. Let me give you a little overhead shot here. Yeah, it's starting to look really good. I'm getting pretty excited about this. So anyway, thanks for watching. And if you know anybody that would enjoy watching this build, share it to them. And I appreciate you watching. So see you next time.